everyone, it's Cheyi again. The theme Burnout to Breakthrough is more than a catchy phrase. It's my live experience and it's sacred. Let me take you back to 2019, a year many of us remember as the world began to shift under the weight of COVID-19, the pandemic. I'm sure you remember that time. Like many, I felt pressure to keep up, to stay productive, to achieve, to do. But in the chaos, I found something unexpected. Not in the boardroom, not in the headlines, but in a quiet decision to say yes to my inner creativity. I enrolled in a diploma in graphic design through the Center of Excellence, committing to over 150 CDP hours. At the time, it didn't seem revolutionary. It was just me, learning something new. But looking back, that step changed everything. That diploma wasn't just a certificate, it's a doorway. A doorway in media production, a doorway in passion, a doorway into healing. You see, we live in a world obsessed with output, with results. We often forget that the act of creating, of imagining, is sacred. So, one thing that is important, we need to understand that creativity isn't just something we do, it's something we are. It's how we connect with ourselves. It's how we hear the whisper of calm in the noise. It's how we make a sense of a world that sometimes doesn't. Through creativity, I found light. Not the kind that flashes on the stage or blinks on the screen, but the light that ignites from within. Slow, steady, and healing. That light reminded me that purpose isn't always about performance. Sometimes it's about presence. About showing up to your own life with curiosity instead of pressure, with inspiration instead of exhaustion. Today, I stand not just as a media professional, but as a living story of what happens when we give permission, when we give ourselves that permission to pause and, of course, create. My journey from burnout to breakthrough was not a straight line. It was a sacred spiral. Inward first, then outward. It taught me that creativity isn't a lifeline. That in a world asking us to prove our worth, the most revolutionary thing we can do is to be fully, creatively, and courageously. So, to anyone feeling stuck, whether burnout or simply uncertain, remember this. Sometimes the greatest breakthrough comes not from pushing harder, but from turning inward, listening deeply, and letting creativity guide the way. So, let's choose growth over fear, passion over pressure, and sacred creativity over burnout. Thank you. See you next time.